Porsche 911 tackles snow like a beast at ice driving camp. Few larks seem more pointless, if entertaining, than an ice driving experience. Pirouetting over a frozen lake seems romantic, but hard-earned experience has proved to us that trying to make a crisp turn in a nose-heavy Aston Martin V12 is an exercise in frustration. Like an MMA fighter performing the cha-cha on Dancing with the Stars, some concepts are best left unfulfilled. Porsche, though, does a brisk repeat business at its 5 global ice driving camps. It owes much of that success to its ice carving tool of choice, the 911. For any adherent trying to suss the intricacies of weight transfers in that ever-evolving, rear-engine outlier, the ice holds answers. Driving on a low-friction surface is the best place to get instant feedback on cause and effect, as close to driving in a vacuum as we're going to get. Any decisive input equals an effect, an easily quantifiable result. You either head in the direction you hoped for, or somewhere else, possibly a snowbank. It also reminds a driver that simply bobbling the steering wheel and stabbing at the gas without express intent leaves the car a muddling mess and with no obvious trajectory at all. In North America, Porsche holds a February-long event at Circuit Mécaglis, a dedicated track in the forests of Quebec. Coined Camp for Canada, with prices starting at around $4,500, the two-day experience is overseen by a cadre of instructors, with the days broken into various handling exercises. This is its 8th season at the location. While the school once included seat time in the mid-engine Boxster or Cayman, the program now focuses solely on the 911, offering both 991.2S and 4S models. We spent only one day driving, but it was enough to realign ourselves with the 911. Though the engine creeps ever more inboard with every generation, it takes only one turn on an ice and snow skid pad to firmly remind that the 911 remains a rear-engine vehicle. The weight on the rear means it is surpassingly easy to get the 1.5 studded tires, Nicky and Hackapletas, in this case, to hook up, even on slick ice. But just as on asphalt, drivers must focus on getting the front tires to bite, either by trail braking or coming off the accelerator briskly, transferring weight to the front. And since you need to slide through corners, rally style, aiming the nose at the exit early, the goal is to cleanly break the rear tires loose. This is achieved by abrupt lifts, left foot braking or a dose of throttle, or combinations thereof. The sense of Porsche purity is exceptionally clear out here. Too often we have to game modern sports cars' electronic management systems, filtering our own inputs through the logic of the computer. For instance, the RWD Lamborghini Huracan only allows significant slip angle in its sport, and not race, setting, with the throttle planted. Feather in and out of the gas, and the electronic controls snap the car back in line, interpreting minute throttle corrections as hesitations. It's a counterintuitive way to drift. Porsche Stability Management, PSM, is fully and easily turned off with a long button press, and you're good to go play on the ice without undue electronic interference. But there is a small wrinkle. All 911S models with PDK transmissions also come standard with Torque Vectoring Plus. The Plus system uses an electronically controlled rear differential to help apportion torque and also to brake an inside rear tire, helping the car bend into turns. The torque vectoring still works when PSM is turned off. I imagined that the vectoring would interfere with the turn-in on ice, perhaps over-inducing skids. This wasn't the case. It works so seamlessly in the background that I was never consciously aware of it intervening whatsoever. So, the greatest learning curve of the day came down to the difference in driving style demanded by the two model variants, the RWD and the AWD. We began our day in a 4S on a skid pad. The track is actually hard-packed ice and snow. The surface gets slicker as the top layer of snow is scrubbed away. Inducing oversteer was easy, And the 911 is a supremely willing dance partner. I was soon steering mostly out of the side windows, feeling stylish indeed. Still, I was continuously re-inducing the rear wheels to break away, a game of throttle stabs, oversteer and correction on endless repeat. An instructor, a Canadian karting champ, called me over and urged me to quiet my hands. He pointed out that I was treating the 4S like a RWD, going lock to lock, forever chasing the slide. The AWD system takes in a host of factors when deciding to apportion torque, but one is that it reads busy steering inputs as an attempt to regain control, so it directs more torque to the front wheels. Unlike the Porsche SUVs, less than 50% of torque can be sent up front, the front wheels pull the car out of the drift.